Hello and welcome to another Doctor Who video here on my channel. Today we are taking a look back at all the Doctor Who Christmas specials that have aired since 2005 and ranking them in order from my least favourite to, you guessed it, my favourite. And I would like to take this opportunity to give a shout out and a thank you to Dr. Redivius for suggesting this video. Nice one, buddy. So, are you sitting comfortably? Of course you are. So let's begin. In at number 13, lucky for some, but certainly, in my opinion, unlucky for anyone who sat down Christmas Day to watch this episode, we have The Christmas Carol. I literally have watched this story once when it originally aired back in 2010, and then again quite recently, and my mind is firmly made up. Worst Christmas special ever. Although that being said, it was very nice to see Catherine Jenkins. The number 12 spot has to go to the return of Dr. Mysterio. I mean, okay, I used to love wrestling back when I was a kid, and Rey Mysterio was cool. But this Christmas special was not. The only reason this doesn't rank as my least favourite is simply because I felt sorry for Peter Capaldi having to be in this monstrosity of an episode. I really did not enjoy it at all. Number 11 brings us the Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, and before I continue, no, it wasn't written by C.S. Lewis. Now, although I quite enjoyed this originally, when I went back and watched it during my crazy Christmas Whoathon, which I did just a few days ago, I decided this is almost as bad as the two specials I've already mentioned. I just feel this story was lacking somewhat in pace, and it just didn't float my boat, or my wardrobe, or anything else for that matter. I just really did not enjoy it and won't be watching it again anytime soon. Number 10, Last Christmas. And nearly the last time I ever sit down on Christmas Day to watch Doctor Who ever again. Are you trying to annoy me and everybody else that likes Doctor Who by giving us this type of content? Now, I really do love Nick Frost as an actor. Him and Simon Pegg make for a fantastic duo, and now they've both been in Doctor Who, they should both come back to being in Doctor Who, but together I think that would be fantastic. One thing I really did not enjoy about this particular story was having Father Christmas, in the story. It was just plain dumb. I just didn't enjoy it, and I'm really sorry to any of you that do enjoy this story. It just ain't for me. In at number 9 is The Husbands of Riversong. Now, this title originally really sounded appealing, especially when I thought, we're getting a multi-Doctor Christmas story. No, we're not. We're just getting another silly plot, and another, yay, it's Christmas, let's just put this on, we can't think of anything better to do. Okay, bit harsh. There were elements to this story I enjoyed, especially like Nadal. I think his character is quite interesting in this one, and it goes on to become quite an interesting character in the following season. Number 8 is The Christmas Invasion. Wait, hang on a minute. Pause the video. How on earth is this at number 8? It's a really, really good story. Yeah, but let's be honest, I've got a lot more stories to get through, and I had to put it somewhere. Okay, so now it begins to get really hard with the ranking, because I really enjoy this story for what it is. Although Tennant hasn't quite found his feet yet in this particular story, and spends most of his time asleep in bed, apart from that, I thoroughly enjoy this romp of an episode. Now we get to number 7 in this long list, which happens to be my lucky number. The Runaway Bride. A very good story in my opinion. I really enjoyed the chemistry between Tate and Tennant and feel like they were key to making this Christmas special work so well. I also was quite fond of the Queen of the Arachnos, albeit a bit too much just after having my Christmas dinner. Number 6 goes to The Snowmen. Now, I surprised myself with this entry, as on the whole I didn't really enjoy Dr. 11's Christmas specials too much. But that being said, this story was pretty great actually. I especially love the drama around the Doctor being moody and unusually uninterested. Also, it was great to see the Great Intelligence appear, and also the shots of Clara climbing the stairs up to the TARDIS was truly a magical moment, in my opinion. Number 5 goes to Voyage of the Damned. Kylie Minogue was fantastic and seriously made for a cool companion in my eyes. I wonder why. On a more serious note though, this story is simply brilliant. I'm a huge fan of the history of the Titanic, so that was nice to kind of see in Doctor Who. Also, the cliffhanger leading up to this story, in my opinion, was the best ever. Number 4 happens to be The End of Time Part 1. It's seriously getting hard now to choose, as this happens to be one of my favourite two-part adventures from the new series. But we are focusing solely on Christmas specials here, and we have some killer stories coming up. I thought that John Sims' portrayal of the Master in this story was his best ever. I'm a super fan of the way his body was like rejecting him. That harks back to a classic era of Doctor Who. Right then, so my top 3. Number 3 goes to The Time of the Doctor. A brilliant, brilliant story, enjoyed by myself and everyone around me on Christmas Day. Christmas hats off to you, Moffat. You did us proud on this one. Matt Smith gave us a performance of a lifetime as usual, and this was a joy to watch, and I have seen it many, many times since. The penultimate spot goes to The Next Doctor. Now, I have seen this episode easily the most out of all the mentions previously in this video, and for that reason, it should be on the top spot. But, alas, I feel the top spot belongs to one other. So the story in this one really had me and the rest of the world thinking, we're going to see a new Doctor at Christmas. I reckon we were all a tad wrong, but that being said, a brilliant story and very fun to watch over and over again. The Cyber King was just plain sick. So, the moment you've all been waiting for, and if you haven't already guessed it, then I'm a bit confused as we only have one Christmas special left to mention, and that is Twice, I'll say it again, Twice Upon a Time. 10 out of 10 for effort on this story. My only slight niggle is the portrayal of the First Doctor in some scenes is slightly hard to watch. But if you ignore all that silly stuff, it is a great, great story. Hats off to everyone involved. So there we have it, my complete ranking of least favourite to favourite Doctor Who Christmas specials of all time since 2005. I hope you have all enjoyed the show, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care of each other. Bye for now. And an honourable mention to the recent episode that featured the Dalek called Resolution. It wasn't technically a Christmas special because it was on New Year's Day, but an honourable mention because I actually really did quite enjoy that episode, albeit the Dalek could have looked a lot better. That being said, I couldn't include it in the list because it ain't Christmas.